Hello and welcome to this tutorial to show you how to read the external voltage by using a 12-bit ADC on the Raspberry Pi Pico. So let's get started. Now go and open the Raspberry Pi Pico CRC++ SDK documentation to have some insights about the ADC that is provided by the Raspberry Pi Pico. So in the section 4.1, that is hardware APIs, and in the section 4.1.1 hardware underscore ADC, so we can find the information about the ADC. So the RP2040 has an internal ADC, has the following features. So it is, the ADC is based on SAR, that means successive approximation registers, and then it provides 500 kilo samples per second, so using the independent 48 megahertz clock. And of course it provides a 12-bit ADC, that means we have a resolution up to 4096, and then it has to provide it as a 5 input, and it is provided as a 5 input mux. So they are providing 4 inputs that are available on the package. That means they are shared with GPIOs from 26 to 29. Out of these 4 channels, the 29th channel is dedicated to the internal temperature sensor to measure the chip temperature. It's not the outside temperature. And the 4 element receive sample FIFO. It also supports the interrupt generation, and we can also read the ADC values using a DMA interface. Now you can see here user ADC inputs are 0 to 3, that means GPIO 26 to 29, and the temperature sensor is on the input 4. So that means we have only accessible to 26, 27 and 28 GPIO pins for the ADC. Using this formula we can calculate the temperature of the RP2040. Now in this tutorial what I am going to do is, so I have connected a potentiometer. It's a 10K potentiometer. So one end of the potentiometer is connected to 3.3 volts and the other end is connected to ground, and the output pin is connected to the ADC 0 channel. So that is GPIO 26, and this is the conversion formula. So here what we are going to do is, in the code we will try to read the ADC raw value, and then we can multiply that raw value with the voltage divided by 4095, because on the Raspberry Pi Pico we have a 12-bit ADC which will provide a values up to 4096. Now let's go and open the VS Code by typing the code command under the developer command prompt. Now once the VS Code is opened, now go to our workspace. Here, and create a folder and name it as _reading, and then go to ESP virtual comport. So we will going to use these 3 files. Click here and copy paste here. Now go to VS Code, go to file, open folder, navigate to workspace, and Pi Pico, go to workspace and click on voltage reading project. When it prompted for the kit selection, select as a GCC for ARM. Now open the cmakelist.txt file. Here we need to change the project name. First we will change the ESP_virtual.com. So rename, and this one we will name it as a voltage_reading, and then here also the project name is voltage_reading, and copy this, paste it here, here, and finally here and here. So save the cmakelist.txt. Now the VS Code will configure the project. Now you can see here that the configuration is done successfully, and then go to voltage_reading.c file. Here we need to include the 2 more header files. So that first one is #include hardware/GPIO, and the second one is #include hardware/ADC. Now we can see that the ADC.h is not able to find here. Okay, why? Because we haven't added here in the target link underscore libraries. So to able to see the ADC.h file here, so first we need to add that in the target link libraries. So here add hardware underscore ADC. So now you can save the cmake.list.txt. Again configuration is done. Now go to voltage underscore reading.c, and here you can able to see adc.h. Save the code, and here the first step is we need to enable the ADC GPIO pin. So to enable the ADC GPIO pin, go to Raspberry Pi Pico CRC++ SDK. Here we need to able to find out the relevant API calls for the ADC to read. So scroll down where you will able to see the functions list. Here you can see a function called ADC underscore GPIO init. So click on this. So to enable a particular pin as a ADC pin, so we need to use this API call ADC underscore GPIO underscore init is the function, and here we need to pass the ADC pins. So we are going to use the GPIO 26, which is actually connected to ADC 0 channel. So we need to pass that GPIO pin here, that is 26. And second step is we need to select the ADC channel that we want to read. We are going to read the ADC channel 0. So let's go and find out the relevant API call again in the Pico SDK. And here if you scroll down here, you can see this ADC underscore select input. So which is basically select the channels from 0 to 3, which is ADC underscore select input, and here we need to pass the channel number. So we are using 0 channel. This will end up with the initialization of ADC. So that means selecting the GPIO and also selecting the channel. Now in the while loop we are going to read the raw values of the ADC. To read the ADC values, so there is a function call ADC underscore read. So I am going to declare a integer here, so which is of 16 bits. So int 16 underscore t, and we can give a variable name as ADC value. So what we are doing is we are basically reading the ADC raw value. So now we are going to output this ADC value as well as the voltage corresponding to the ADC value in the console. Now call the printf here, okay, and then you can type the ADC raw value, which is equals to %d, and then we are going to also read the voltage. So the voltage is a float type. So here first parameter is the ADC value, and then second parameter is I am going to declare a variable voltage. We have not declared the voltage variable yet, so go and declare the voltage variable here. So it is of float type, float voltage. The conversion formula is the raw ADC value multiplied by 3.3 divided by 4095. So raw ADC value is the ADC value here, and this one multiplied with 3.3 divided by 4095.0. So basically what we are doing is we have initialized the ADC GPIO, and then we have selected the ADC channel, and we are reading the raw data value, and that raw data value we have converted it to voltage, and then we are printing onto the console. Let's go ahead and save the code and compile the code. Now code is compiled successfully. So here in the printf statement, here in provide a carriage return as well as the new line, so that every new value will be get displayed one after the other. So save the code again and compile the code. Now we can see that the code is compiled successfully without any errors and warnings. Now connect the Raspberry Pi Pico by pressing the boot select button onto the board. Once it is connected, release the boot select button. Now you are able to see that Raspberry Pi Pico detected as a mass storage. Navigate to our workspace, go to build, and drag and drop the .ef2 file onto the Raspberry Pi Pico. Now once the code is copied onto the Raspberry Pi Pico, go and open the serial terminal. So I'm using the Teraterm. Go and select the serial. Now you can see that the COM port is automatically selected, so click on OK. So we are not seeing any output here, so let's close this and go to our code again here. So we have done the ESP part is working because we are able to see the COM port. So only thing is the ADC reading data is not. So let's go to STK. Okay, so we haven't called this function, that is ADC underscore initialization, which will initialize the ADC hardware. Okay, now go to VS Code. So I think this is the first step, we forgot that, sorry for that. So initialize the hardware ADC. So to initialize the hardware ADC, so we need to call ADC underscore init. So now we can save the code, compile the code again. Once the code is compiled successfully, again connect the Raspberry Pi Pico. Now go to build folder and drag and drop the voltage reading .uft file here. So once it is copied, again go to serial terminal and click on serial and click on OK. Now we are able to see the ADC raw value as well as the corresponding voltage. Okay, now what I am going to do is I am going to change the potentiometer. So once I change the potentiometer value, you can see that the voltage reading corresponding to the ADC value. So it will read the ADC value from 0 to 4096 because we are having 12-bit ADC, and the corresponding voltage is from 0 to 3.3 volts. So thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.